We're starting standing, right?
We are starting standing, so let's get started. So we're just going to warm up. We're going to start with our legs all the way together, and I want you to find connection to your inner legs. And we're just going to do a nice little bend in the knees. Comfortable, right? And I want the emphasis right here through those inner legs. We're going to take those arms up, and we're going to reach right out in front of you, and we're going to open the left arm, and we're going to rotate with that opening, looking at your hand as you rotate, and then inhale back to center. So as you're doing this, pull those legs back together. So we're alternating and making sure that your hips are staying facing forward. So you're exhaling. And bring it back. Let's go again. And open. And twist. And open. Let's do a couple more on each side. One more each side. Hold here. Let's come up, stand nice and tall. And all we're going to do here is we're going to take that right arm up to the ceiling. And we're going to bend and reach, kind of slide our left hand towards the floor as we reach the left or the right hand towards the ceiling. So you're reaching the left hand to the floor, right hand to the ceiling as you're bending to the left. And then we're going to come up and we're going to switch those arms. And now we're reaching that right arm down to the floor, sliding it along the body, reaching that left arm to the ceiling, bending to the right. And come all the way up. We're going to go into a nice wide open stance. External wide second position. So from here, we're going to take those arms out to the side. And we're just going to start with reaching the opposite hand towards the opposite toe. So as we rotate, it's like saw, right? We're going to reach all the way down. Oh, Patty's going to give the modification.
Yes, I'm bending my knees.
So Patty's going to bend the knees so that it's not quite as tough on the hamstrings. Yeah. So you're more than welcome to do that if you'd like.
Because my hamstrings hurt.
We're going to twist to the other side. Okay. We're going to alternate. So twist, reach down, reach for the toe, come all the way back up. And twist again, and reach for the toe, and come all the way back up. Just like that on the other side. And up. And now we're going to actually add in that little saw. So we're going to twist. We're going to reach for the toe. We're going to hold it there as we saw for 3, 2, 1, and come up. Other side. And reach and saw for 3, 2, 1. Open up. And again. And 3, 2, 1. And open up. And 3, 2, 1. Let's just do one more of those on each side. And 3, 2, 1, and up. Last one. And 3, 2, 1, up. Rest for just a moment. So next one is going to be pick the flowers. So I'm going to come in just a little bit. I'm not going to have quite that wide stance that I did before, although I'm still in second position and I'm still slightly external. So on this particular one, hands are going to come out to the side. This is going to be a hinge from our hips, so no rounding through the spine. We're going to think about reaching down and picking up some flowers from the floor. So we're going to hinge forward, straight spine, straight back. We're going to reach the hands to the floor. We're going to pick those flowers. We're going to lift them straight up like we're handing them to the person in front of us. And then we're going to drop them as we open back out. And down, reach, and lift. So if you're doing this correctly, you'll feel your hamstrings, especially on that lift. And 3. Open, and 2. 1 more. And up, and come in. And just kind of shake out those legs a little bit. And we're gonna stand at the edge of our mat. I'm just gonna do a couple of, actually, no. You were good.
Okay, all right.
I know, sorry.
It's okay.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and do our little roll down. So I'm at my hip width apart, toes are pointed forward. We're only gonna go halfway down. We're gonna think of pulling up on that belly. So we're gonna start here. We're gonna drop the chin to the chest. We're gonna pull that belly in, like we're rounding up over a ball. We're gonna let our arms just hang and relax. We're gonna get about halfway down, feeling maybe a little stretch through the low back. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, start at the low belly and pick the low belly up as you drag the rest of the body up. Rebuilding your spine, pulling those shoulders down at the top. Let's do that again. And chin to chest. Scoop that belly up. Come down about halfway. Hold, deep breath in. Exhale, lift from that low belly. And then we're going to take this all the way down. So chin to chest. Pull that low belly in and up. Take those hands just all the way to the feet or just barely to the floor. Hold, deep breath in. Exhale, lift from that low belly. All the way up. Bring those shoulders down. One more just like that. Chin to chest. All the way down to the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale, scoop, lift from that low belly. Drag that body up. And shoulders come all the way down. So this time as we take it down, we're going to take those hands to the floor and we're going to walk out to our plank position. So chin down, scoop up through that belly. Bring those hands down. You can bend the knees just a little bit. And then go ahead and walk yourself out. Nice big plank position. Hold here. So we're just going to kind of hang out. So just think of pulling your shoulders away from the ears. Think of kind of keeping your chest lifted away from the body, or I mean away from the floor. And if you have some, you can take your hands so that the hands are pointed forward, or you can slightly internally rotate them, and that can help too. So let's just hold here for like another 20 seconds. So just keep thinking of your breath, keep thinking of your belly. If your back gets sore, just kind of lift the glutes just a little bit, right? Make sure your glutes are not too far down. Don't want you into an arched back. Take a nice deep breath in. And as we start, we're going to send the pelvis out behind you and then just start walking yourself back with your hands. All the way to where you're hanging with the arms to the floor. And you're going to pick that low belly up again as you slowly roll all the way back up. You're going to roll those shoulders down. And we are just going to do that one more time. So we're going to chin down to chest. We're going to pull that belly in and up. We're going to go ahead and roll it down. And we can bend those knees slightly and take those hands and walk it back out. If you would like to add on to this plank, just go to your forearms. And this actually is a little bit more challenging than the hands down. Puts you a little bit more parallel to the floor. And just keep breathing. Keep pulling the shoulders down. Keep thinking of pressing that body away from the floor. Nice deep breaths. Concentrate on the belly connection. It's like another 15 seconds. Deep breath in. Check it in with your shoulders. Keep nice and long. Head reaching out, heels behind. Take one more nice deep breath in. Exhale it out. Set your knees to the floor, one at a time. Go ahead and open those knees, and we're just going to sit back in our child's pose. Kind of pressing those hips behind you, reaching those arms out in front. Deep breaths. And then pushing from those hands, walk yourself back up and roll all the way up. And patties up.
Okay, we're gonna take this weight. This is optional, okay? So I've got a 2-pound weight. You don't need more than that. You can even go 1 pound, okay, or none. And we are gonna come down to our side kind of hip on the mat, side lying position. We're gonna come down to our forearm. And you have options here too. So you can try it like this. And if your neck gets too stressed, you can always put your hand to support your head. Keep this sideline lifted. We're going to take that weight, place it behind the knee. So I know people lose this connection. I see it all the time. You really have to squeeze into the weight. We're going to flex our heel. And if the weight drops, it's going to drop to the floor. We're not going to let it drop on our legs. So we'll try not to anyways. That's your challenge. So anyways, that might be a little dangerous. So be careful. So lifting the rib cage. We're going to take that inhale and we're going to hold it, lift it up, and just a static hold. So trying to keep that neck long, squeeze that glute med, hold it here, pull the belly in, elbow right under the shoulder, and you're lifting from the rib cage, okay? So hold it here, big flex, squeeze that heel toward the glute, lift it a little higher, keeping that shin parallel with the floor. We're gonna press it back, trying to keep those hips forward, and then just pull it in above, not as far as that bottom knee, just in case the weight drops, we'll be safe. Inhale forward. So leg is as high as you can get it, squeezing the heel to the glute, keeping the top hip, pressing forward so you don't roll back on that hip, okay? And let's exhale, press through that heel like you're trying to kick that wall behind you. Exhale, long neck. Let's go for 3, nice and slow. Here's 2, and 1. And you're gonna hold it here. We're gonna press that knee behind us. Don't forget that big flex. Pull the heel toward the glute. We're gonna lift and lower. So this sideline is lifted. This shouldn't be big. It's not a swing of the leg. You're really engaging this glute medius. You're lifting the ribs and pulling the belly in. 4, and let's do 5. Here's 4. Little extra added bonus. 3, and 2, and 1. And we're gonna hold on here. We're gonna circle that leg. So squeeze into that heel again to hold that weight. Knee is going down to the floor. As we circle, it's gonna open up to the ceiling and press down to the floor. Inhale, exhale. Be careful with those hips. Check in. Big, big circles. So we're getting some nice hip joint kind of movement here. Loosening up those hips. Let's go for 3. Big circles down and up on the exhale. Inhale down, exhale up. Okay, last one. But we've got to reverse it. So let's go down to the floor, up to the ceiling, and then come in nice and slow. Exhale up, inhale down. 5. And squeeze that heel, don't forget that. 3, and 2, and last one, and close the knees, take the weight out. We're gonna get into a different position and you have some options. So you can stay in a quadruped position, or you can come into kind of like a little lunge position. So we're going to keep our hands on the floor, right? We're gonna bring, so I'm working on my left leg. I'm gonna bring my right leg forward. I'm gonna take that weight behind my knee, or you can stay down on your knees, okay? So right leg, right hand down, squeeze into that weight. You don't have to use the weight. You can, extra added bonus, lift that heel. We're gonna lift it up and hold. So remember your hips, okay? Nod the chin, look to the hips. Make sure they're square with the floor, okay? And you're gonna lift, squeeze it up. Inhale, bring it down, line it up with that other knee. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. If you need to check in with your hips and just give a glance down, make sure that if you're using your left leg, the left hip isn't lifting. 3, big squeeze, big flex. Can also come to the knuckles, okay? Last one, we're gonna add that, pull the knee in to the forehead, tuck, press into the floor, extend, lift it up. Pull the knee, squeeze it in, exhale, squeeze it up. Inhale, round and press, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, let's go for 2, and then we're gonna hold it. Hold it here, squeeze that heel to the glute, press it up, don't let that hip lift, squeeze, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come on in, take the weight out. That standing leg, by the way, you just got a big workout on that too, so a little extra bonus.
I'll go this direction.
Okay, so you're gonna see Cyndie's backside. We're coming down to that elbow or hand supports the head. Knees are bent, top or ankles in line with the hips, so not a big bend in the knee. Weight behind that knee. Lifting that rib cage, trying to keep that top hip forward. We're going to hold it up, line that knee up with the hip, press that top hip forward if you need to keep it forward, use that oblique, okay? And then we're gonna lift that rib cage, lift that knee up a little higher, hold it, take 2 more big breaths. And then be careful, like I was just doing, nodding my chin, make sure that chin is away from the chest so you've got that long neck. We're gonna press it back, and we're just gonna bring it forward, not over that bottom knee, just in case the weight drops, okay? Belly is lifted, press back. Shin is trying to stay parallel. So you're really working this glute med. Keeping that hip nice and still. Put your hand on it if you need that reminder. Squeeze back, exhale. Here's 5. And 4. And 3, and maybe lift a little higher, and here's 2. And 1, hold it there. You're going to pulse it up, lift. Try not to swing the hips, try not to let those ribs drop down. Big squeeze of the weight, knee is pressing back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna circle, so bring it in, down with the knee toward the floor, heel is up. Now circle that knee up and down. So exhale up, inhale down, try to keep the hips still, try to keep the ribs lifted. Let's go for 3. And here's 2. Squeeze that heel to the glute. And last 1, and you gotta reverse it. So up, back, down. Don't let that weight go. Squeeze, ribs are lifted. Go for 4. And 3. And 2. And last 1. And you're gonna pause right there, take that weight out. We're getting into that funny, weird looking lunge. Or quadruped. You can always stay just like this, okay? Okay, so Cyndie's gonna show that model that, because the other one is a little more tough and maybe a little advanced, and if knees are a problem, that might be a lot. So I'm gonna bring that knee, my left knee to my left elbow, okay? I'm gonna go to my knuckles. You're going to lift up, squeeze that weight into that knee, and we're gonna just start with a static hold, okay? If you want the extra credit, you can lift the heel. I'm not doing it. Lift that knee up, check in with that hip. Has it lifted up? Square it off with the floor. Static hold, long, long neck, belly is lifted. Squeeze the weight up. Lower knee down in line with the other. Exhale, do not arch your back. Inhale down. Squeeze up. Inhale down. Let's go for 3 and 2. Don't forget that weight. Squeeze it. Now we're going to add that big tuck. So knee pulls into forehead. Press into those hands. Exhale, extend, but don't arch the back. Inhale, press, round that spine. Exhale, lift with that glute. Squeeze the heel. I talk so much. Over 2. And here's your last one. Hold it up right here. Pulse. Squeeze that heel to the buns. Don't let that hip lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the knees come on down if you were in that lunge. We're gonna stretch it out, okay? Let's stretch it out. So I'm gonna come down onto my side hip, okay? I'm doing the one I just worked. You can always go opposite first if you want. I'm gonna come down all the way to the floor. My hand is gonna support my head. My knees are bent and stacked. I'm gonna take that top leg, heel is gonna come in front of the knee, okay? If this is enough for you, you hold here. You can always bring the bottom knee in closer for a deeper stretch. You can open up that knee. Your foot is already flexed, so we're taking care of our knee. Ooh, my back just cracked.
Is that what I heard?
Yes, and here's 3, 4. Oh my gosh, right up my spine. How crazy. I'm gonna shift my top hip back, get a little deeper stretch, almost like I'm shooting my tailbone out behind me. Feels so good. Doesn't that feel good? Oh, good deep glute stretch. And we'll switch sides. Fun. That was fun. I liked it. Okay. So come on to your other side. Rest and relax. Head can come to that bottom arm. Knee draws in as close as you want. I'm going to start with my knees a little farther. I'm going to bring my heel in front, so top heel in front of that bottom leg. And then you decide if you want to pull that bottom knee in closer for that deeper stretch. I also sometimes like to kind of push my top hip away with my hands. That feels so good to me. Okay. You can pull the heel closer for that deeper stretch. Relax the head. Open up the knee gently and settle and relax. Really relax. Let everything go. Breathe into that spot that you're feeling that stretch. And then I'm going to shift and kind of feel like I'm almost arching my back. I'm not, but I'm sending my tailbone out behind me. I'm opening up my knee. And I'm trying to relax and settle in and find what works for you. This feels good to me. And we'll release that knee and relax for a little bit.
All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna grab our weight back. We're gonna come to seated, long legs in front. So going into our ab work, I'm gonna do curl downs, or roll downs, I should say, to start. I know. So if you have problems, if you're still trying to work on the roll downs, you don't have to go all the way down. Go down to where you feel you can actually hold it, and then come up from there, because we will have the weight in the hand. So we're going to start with just a little stretch forward. So you have the weight in both your hands, and we're just going to roll the weight forward, and we're just going to let ourselves stretch, kind of bringing our head towards our knees. And then we're going to start at that low belly, and we're going to pull it up as we roll that weight all the way back in, and we're going to do that again. So we're just going to roll the weight along your legs as you dive down towards the knees. Weight kind of comes to the ankle, and then roll it back. And from here, we're going to try to sit as tall as we can. We're going to bring the weight all the way up so it's level in front of our chest, and we're going to start our curl down. So we're going to begin with our low belly. We're going to pull it in. We're going to feel our pelvis tipping back. We're going to come onto the back of the glutes. And then we're going to roll all the way down to where we feel the pelvis on the mat. But the rest of the spine is lifted, and then take the rest of the spine back down to the mat. And the weight comes right above your head. Okay. I'm close. So when we come up, we're going to try to keep reaching the weight to the ceiling. So you're going to bring your chin to your chest. The weight's going to slightly come forward. But then as you curl up, pull that belly in deep and lift up with the arms. As you come straight up, stretch those arms to the ceiling, and then go ahead and dive down, bringing that weight to the ankle, and then go ahead and roll yourself back up to a stacked spine. Let's do that again. weight in front. Scoop out that belly. Start to curl down. Back of the glutes. And then you hit the back of that pelvis. And you slowly take the rest of the spine and roll it down. Head comes down. You're fully relaxed as you come down to the mat. Arms are above your head. Chin comes to chest. And as you come up, scoop out that belly. Reach those arms to the ceiling. Reach all the way up with those arms. And then dive down towards those knees. And roll it back. And we have one more. Up, scoop, curl back. Nice and slow. Articulate. Get to the place that's hard and hang out there for a moment, right? Really think about what muscles you need to connect. Weight above. Deep breath in. Exhale, chin to chest. Curl up. Reach to the ceiling. All the way up with those arms. Dive down. And bring it back. And sit nice and tall. All right. We're going to do kind of the same thing, but we're just going to take it now to the side. So we're going to curl back as we're twisted to one direction, and then we're going to bring that weight back to center, and we're going to come up the same way. So we're going to now take the weight in my right hand. Left hand is next to it. Right? I'm going to open my right hand out, twisting my body towards the right, and I'm looking at my weight. And I'm going to stay here as I curl back. So I'm going to scoop out that belly. I'm going to keep looking at my weight, pull those legs together, all the way down, bring that weight back up. You can grab on with the other hand as well, and exhale. This time we're going to curl up, reaching the weight towards our feet, and stack our spine, and we're going to do that again, and twist to the right, and curl back, nice and slow. Articulate, and up, grab a hold, exhale, curl up, stack it up, one more time, and twist, and scoop, and center, and curl up. Stretch towards those feet this time. Come up, and we're going to go to the other side. So the weight is going to go in my left. I'm stacked up. I'm nice and straight through the spine. I'm going to open to the left. Looking at that weight, I'm going to curl down. Pulling back with that pelvis first. Slowly and articulating our spine all the way down. Nice and slow. Bring it up, grab a hold. Exhale, curl up. Stack your spine, weight comes in front, and twist, and curl back. And center, and curl up. Last one, and twist, and scoop. And up. And curl up. I keep getting further off the mat with my head every time I curl down. Reach for those toes. And come up and hold. Okay. We're going to bend our knees. And we're going to go ahead and curl back down again. Oh, nope, we're not. I'm about ready to forget one of the most fun ones ever. Okay. So I'm going to have the Vanna. We can't forget the Vanna. All right. Think of Van White. Showing off all of those letters, right? Okay, so we're going to grab, I've got my knees bent. You can be in a flexion of those ankles as well. For me, that's always a little easier. I know Patty likes to have her feet down, and that's totally fine. I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to reach it behind my left thigh, and I'm going to kind of hang on there, but I'm not pulling, so please don't pull. My right arm is going to reach out in front with the weight up to the ceiling, and we're just going to sweep as we curl back to that right side. We're going to sweep that weight behind, and then we're going to grab a hold of it as we turn it and bring it back up. stacking up through that vertebra. So again, scoop out the belly, reach behind, looking at the weight, and reach it down and up, and back, and forward, and back, and forward, and back. Really reach with that arm, twist with that oblique, bring it forward. Let's do 2, and back, and up. Last one. And up, and we switch. Let's go to the other side. Right hand comes behind the thigh. Left hand comes out. We sit up tall, and we scoop that belly. We reach that, now left arm back, and then we reach it up, and scoop. Really big twist, right? Nice and big. Really open up that chest. Sweep it forward. And back, and forward, and back. Nice big twist. Let's do 2 more. And last one. All the way up, grab a hold of that weight and curl all the way down. And we're just gonna stay here for a moment, make sure I'm on the mat and that you can see me.
Are you okay?
I think I'm gonna go the other direction because otherwise I think our legs might be hard to see with one another. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the weight behind my left knee. So kind of like the way Patty had it earlier. So I'm just gonna stick that weight behind the left knee. I'm gonna set that leg down. And I'm gonna take my hands behind the head. And from this position, as I curl up, I'm going to draw that left knee in towards my curl. So I'm going to exhale, lift, and draw the knee in as I curl up. Inhale, I'm going to lower it back down. And exhale. And inhale, and exhale. And inhale. And up. Feel yourself connecting to that belly to draw that knee in. One more just like this. Down with that leg. You're going to pick up the other leg. So my right leg is now going to come to tabletop. And we're going to be switching the legs like a march. Okay? So as I exhale, I'm going to lift my left leg as the right leg comes back down to the mat. So exhale. Still curling up. Oh. Inhale, curl down. Switch again. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. So I'm still drawing that heel of the foot that's on that weighted leg towards my sit bone so that I can hang on to that weight. And 3, 2, 1, and set that leg down, both feet on the floor. So we're going to now just come up. We're going to curl up again. We're going to keep both feet on the floor to start. And we're going to just curl up and reach our right shoulder to our left knee. So off to the side, oblique. Exhale. Inhale. I'm going to change our hand position. Sorry, I meant to do this. Take your left arm out to the side. As I curl up to the left, I'm going to slide my left hand out and put a little pressure there. Exhale. So it's really going to help me get into that oblique. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So my left hand is staying on the floor. And up. One more time. And up. We're doing this again, but we're going to take that right leg. We're going to reach it out and hover that leg, right? And now as we curl up, we're going to draw that left knee in at the same time. So exhale, curl up, draw the left knee in, and then set it back down as you curl down. That right leg is staying hovered. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And up. And up. And 3, 2, we're holding, and 1. Hold, take that right leg, lift, and lower, and lift, and lower, and up. 3 more. Last one, and bring it in. Yay, all right, switch. So,
That was creative.
comes to the other side, bends,
See if I can get it right this time.
and both hands behind the head. So all we're gonna do to start is we're gonna take that weighted leg, we're gonna lift it as we curl up. That's the only thing we're doing. Exhale, scoop that belly, lift that knee towards the chest, and then set it right back down. And exhale. And down. Try to keep those elbows open. And up. And up. Remember, you're using that heel squeeze to the glute to hold on to that weight underneath that knee. Let's do 2. And 1. Set that foot down. Pick up the free leg, all right? So we start here. As we curl up, we're still lifting our weighted leg as the other leg heads to the floor. So we're like a march. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 3 more. And 3. 2. 1. Set both feet down. Take your right arm out to the floor. All right, so we're going to keep that right arm straight out to the floor. Keep both knees down, or both feet down. We're going to curl up to the right. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Put that little pressure in that right hand on the floor as you curl up. It'll really help engage that oblique. And up. Let's do 3, 2, 1, down. Now we're going to take that free leg and we're going to hover it out there. This time as we curl up over to that left knee, we're going to pull that knee in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Remember that left leg is staying floating. The right knee is drawing in as you curl up and lowering down. Let's do 3. And 2. And 1. Hold, lift, and lower. Keep that pressure on that right hand. Keep curled up over to the right. 3, 2, and 1. And set that down. Take that weight out. Reach those legs out. Arms behind. Nice big stretch. Whew, that was fun. All right, Patty's up.
Yes, I'm going to stretch this out. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to have us roll up. Oh, this is going to be rough. No weight. Actually, no weight is harder for me. So we're going to exhale. Legs are long, chin to chest. Reach for those toes. Look to the toes. Ooh, it was extra hard, right? All right, let's stretch out. I know. Let's do cat-cow real quick. And we'll get, so kneeling, quadruped, and really get that stretch. I'm going to start with that lifting of the chin part of this, so we really get into the front, because we really worked those like intercostal muscles. Yeah, that was good. Okay, that's part of your 6-pack. It makes it an 8-pack, I think. All right, toes are tucked under. We're going to bring those shoulders right over the wrist. We're going to press, lift that chin, press those ribs down, press into the floor, pull the shoulders, really find that front of the body stretch, don't you? You feel it?
I found it.
I know, I love it. It's like a big arch. I know that's not something we like to do often. So press into that floor. Really try to get that low back curled and rounded by pressing into the floor. And lift that chin. Let's exhale. Pull those shoulders down. Just hang on for a second until you find it. Push into those hands and tuck. We'll go one more. This feels way too good. After that was a good one, Cyndie. Oh, that was good. I know. And come to that big, deep curl. Push into the hands. Tuck the chin. Press. And come to that neutral spine. I'm going to come down on my left hip, okay, facing you. And we're going to do just some arms and shoulders. So again, weight is optional here. Don't mess with your shoulders if you feel like, you know, that's a sore area for you or an area that doesn't work well. Okay, so I'm going to come down. I'm going to support my head. I'm going to stack my legs or stack my knees, okay? And I'm going to reach my arm long. We're not doing any leg lifting. So ankle, hip, shoulder. We're going to reach that weight, hover the arm, and we're going to lift it up just in line with the shoulder and press it down. Lift it up, inhale. So if somebody was pulling against your arm, opposite of what you're working, think of that kind of tension or that pressure. And then I think I'm going to set my head down. I think that'll feel good. So inhale, arm straight up to the ceiling. Exhale, press like you're pressing through mud or water. Exhale. Inhale, lift that arm. Let's go for 4. Shoulder is pulling down that back as you lift. Here's 3 and 2 and 1. And we're going to circle. So I'm going to bring it forward, rotate my palm back, come up, rotate my palm forward as it comes over the hip, rotate palm back as it goes up and around, forward and then back. So you're really getting that big circling and opening in the shoulder. Big work here. Go as slow or as big as you want to make it. No weight is fine. And we're going to reverse. So palm is facing back right over my hip, my shoulders down. Press it back, open it to the ceiling as it comes forward, press through that mud, press it back, up, open with the palm, press, and open it up. Feel that big stretch, but there's some rotation and a nice stretch as you go back. 2 and 1, and you're going to pause right here. We're going to bring that weight forward, right in line with our shoulder, knuckle to elbow, shoulder. Press it back, squeeze through that tricep. Inhale, remember that shoulder needs to stay down. Exhale, press. It's just sweeping, hovering right above the hip. Palm is back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Let's go for 3. Inhale. We're going to do biceps next. 2. Inhale. And 1. And come in, rest that arm. We're going to rotate the palm up. I'm going to hover my elbow, but you can always leave the elbow down, okay? Just a little hover. Elbow trying to kind of stay in line with the shoulder. You're going to squeeze that weight up to the shoulder, press it down. Exhale. Inhale. So use those biceps. Keep that shoulder down. Keep that belly lifted. Always working the belly, always. That's what you need to think, right? Everything we do is belly engaged. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Try not to squeeze into the weight. Just hold it lightly. Let's go for 5. And here's 3 and 2. Shoulders in line, right stacked. And last one. I think I added 1. We're going to switch sides. I did. I know I did. Sorry. Just a little added extra bonus. Okay. Resting down, knees stacked. I'm going to bring my head right to that bottom arm bent underneath me. Ankles lined up all the way to the shoulders. We're going to take that arm, reach it, hover it, bring the arm up, press it down. Inhale up, press it down. Take that inhale as you lift. Exhale. Remember, don't go over or past that shoulder as you lift. And as the arm comes up, try to slide the shoulder blade down the back. Inhale, squeeze it up. Squeeze, use those lats to bring it down. Inner arm, hollow out that armpit. Reach, reach, reach. There's 4, 3, 2, and last one. You're going to do that rotation, circling, okay? So we're going to go, let's see, forward. How did I do that? Let's press back. We'll start there.
Yeah.
Just drop that shoulder. Palm rotates up, sweeps up and around, and then press it back. So be careful how big you go. No weight is needed. Think if you're not using a weight, just think about that kind of heaviness in the weight, or that the heaviness of the weight brings to the work. Just try to think of that. Let's go for 3. Big stretch as you go behind. It should feel good. Rotate palm up as it comes around. Go for 2. Oh, I love this. So good to my shoulder. And last one, but we got to switch it. So we're going to bring that palm facing back. Bring it out, up, stretch it. Just get that rotation. So kind of circling that wrist or that arm as you rotate. Inhale, exhale up. Go for 3 and 2. And last one. And we're going to bring that palm back over the hip with a hover. Reach it forward. Press with the back side, upper back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, shoulder blade pulling down the back side of the rib cage. Exhale, press. Inhale, drag it forward. Exhale, feel like you've got that pressure against the work you're doing. So as you press back, somebody's pulling your arm forward. Let's go for 2. And last one. And rest. So arm is going to be on the hip. Just roll out the shoulder. Rotate the palm up. We're going to hover, or you can leave it down. I'm going to hover. Bicep curl in and stretch it out. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, pull. Inhale. Pull that weight in, using that bicep. Keep that shoulder down. Go for 4, and then we're done. And 3, and 2, and last one. And we are going to roll out that shoulder, set that weight down in front of you, and we're going to stretch it out. So let's sit up, and we'll finish with this stretch, because I know we're going to be 1 minute we have. So let's do that fun stretch that I love right now. So we can open up the front of the chest, and then we'll forward fold. So reach those arms forward. Pull the fingers back toward the wall behind you as you open those arms. Reach, reach, reach. Try to open the chest, but don't let those ribs pop. And fingertips to forearms as you come in. Get that big stretch. Open up, fingertips back. Shoulders pull back, but ribs don't open. Bring it forward. And open it up. And bring it forward. And you breathe how you're comfortable here. Open. And close. Open and close, and we're going to bring those wrists behind us. We're going to forward fold, rotate palms back, or keep the fingers interlaced. Forward fold, let those shoulders pull up and back so you get that front shoulder stretch. Let the head rest. Knuckles up to the ceiling, and then come up, and you guys are done. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, you guys.
Keep coming, okay, please. All right, we are done.
See you next time.
See you next time.